A big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today, and it's a really momentous occasion as we pick up yet another season of A Class Apart, the Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz 2023. Started by the Padma Shadri Bal Bhavan group of institutions in the thick of the pandemic, it's a quiz which is a tribute and a celebration of Mrs. Ygp's life. A doyen in the field of education, someone who loved children and was very passionate about India. The quiz is a dedication to these youngsters and to tell them more and get them to learn about our country. Over the last couple of seasons, this quiz has grown not just in stature, but also in terms of the level of difficulty. They've all gone through multiple rounds to reach here into the semi-final stage that you are going to witness from here on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit of trivia in this. Mrs. Ygp actually wrote her articles during her journalism days under the pen name Rashmi. Well, appropriately enough, our host, who's going to take you through the semi-finals, is Rashmi. Well, the Rashmi we are talking about is an alumnus of NITK Surathkal and IIM Calcutta, and she has of course been a prolific host over the last couple of years, be it co-hosting a Tata Crucible with me to her own quiz shows that she has built over the last couple of years. She's the only professional woman quiz host in Asia today and has been hosting the Mrs. Ygp quiz with me since its inception. Ladies and gentlemen, to take you through the semi-finals of this season of this quiz, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome on stage your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fourth semi-final of A Class Apart Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz 2023. We have completed 3 semi-finals and identified the 3 winners who have now moved into the national final. And it's time for us to identify the final one who will join them in that big finale. Let me quickly introduce our finalists to you and then let's get started with the semi-final. Our first semi-finalist of the day, representing the Alpha School, is Sabarish. Following Sabarish in this lineup here today, representing the PSBB School, is Arnav. Up next, representing the Sunbeam School, is Samrat. And completing the lineup for us here today, representing the Little Flower School, is Ridanshu. Ladies and gentlemen, A Class Apart Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz is created in the memory of a legendary educator from our country, Mrs. Ygp. And this quiz is created specially for the children of classes 5, 6 and 7 by the PSBB group of institutions. You have seen how well prepared these students are. You saw how the other semi-finals went. I told you that it almost felt like a national final situation there. Let's see how this semi-final goes. What we need to remember is that only the winner from among the 4 of them will qualify in that national final. So let's get started with the semi-final, with the first round coming up is She is Historic. Here we go. 4 rounds is what they have, as you're aware. In the first round, they have 5 questions appearing on your screen, mostly images or maybe a few keywords, corresponding questions coming from me. The moment they press the buzzer, they're indicating that they know the answer. So I stop reading out the question. They know the rules, so we'll not get into that. So if all of you are ready, let's get started with this semi-final. The buzzers will be open. They're highly sensitive. Please be very careful with them. The first question of the semi-final coming up on your screen now. This slogan was coined by Champaka Raman Pillai in 1907 and was adopted as a slogan of the National Army in 1940s. Samruddh is on the buzzer. Go ahead, Samruddh.
Jai Hind.
He did not need me to complete the question, but let me still do so. The first stamps of the independent India were issued on November 21st, 1947 with this slogan on them. Jai Hind is absolutely right, and Samruddh getting plus 50 on that, ladies and gentlemen. Good answer, good start for him. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 2 coming up on your screen now. Connect them to a great honor. A great honor, one of the highest. Oh, Samruddh, go ahead.
Bharat Ratna.
Bharat Ratna. These are the only 2 in the history of Bharat Ratnas who are non-Indians to have won the Bharat Ratna. One, Nelson Mandela, and the second one, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Bharat Ratna giving Samruddh the plus 50. Very good answer. It's not very easy to identify 2 people and then make the connection. He's got that right, plus 50 on that. Question number 3 coming up on your screen now. Identify the revolutionary who fought for our independence. If one of them is Bhagat Singh, who is the other? They're both revolutionaries. Samruddh, go ahead.
Batukeshwar Dutt.
Batukeshwar Dutt is absolutely right. Plus 50 on that again to Samruddh. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4 from this round coming up on your screen now. Identify the war memorial built by Indian Army in the town of Dras. You can basically tell me for which war was this war memorial built. Samruddh, go ahead.
Kargil War. Kargil War.
Plus 50, absolutely right. This is the Kargil War Memorial. That's all I was looking for as an answer. He gets that right with that one. Plus 50 on that one. The final one coming up on your screen. Here we go. On April 1819, 28th April, a British officer named John Smith. Samruddh, go ahead. I only said British officer John Smith and I gave a date.
First Baptist of Church of India.
Could you repeat your answer, please?
First Baptist Church of India is built in India.
Minus 50. Minus 50. There is a certain amount of risk that is there when you don't wait for the quiz host to complete their question. But sometimes you have to take that risk. Let me complete the question. On April 28, 1819, a British officer named John Smith, while hunting tigers, was shown the entrance to this. Captain Smith went to a nearby village and asked the villagers to come to the site with axes, spears, torches and drums to cut down the tangled jungle and make his entry a little more easier. He then deliberately damaged an image on the wall by scratching his name and date over the painting of Bodhisattva. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site am I referring to? This is a long description of nothing but our Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves is all I was looking for as an answer. Sometimes the answers can be quite simple, but the questions can be a little more descriptive and that can throw you off. All right, we have completed the first round of the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Time for us to quickly move on to the next round of this quiz. She is beautiful. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the second round of this quiz, all the questions coming up on the screen, 5 questions in all. What our contestants need to remember is that India is the context of this quiz. So all the questions is on India. They need to remember that and not forget it. Let's move on to the first question of this round. 5 in all. First one coming up on your screen now. Identify the flower found in the forests of Western Ghats in Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Go ahead, Samrit.
Neil Kurinji.
Neela Kurinji or Neel Kurinji is absolutely right. Plus 50 on that. All right. Samrit is doing very well here. Let's move on. Question number 2 of this round coming up on your screen now. Identify the largest monastery in India. Go ahead, Samrit.
Tawang Monastery.
Tawang Monastery from Arunachal Pradesh. Plus 50 to Samrit. Absolutely right. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. Coming up on your screen. I expect a quick buzz on this. Here we go. Identify the Government of India program. Go ahead, Samrit.
Hello India.
Khelo India is absolutely right. This is the iconic logo of Khelo India on your screen. Plus 50 to Samrit on that one. Question number 4 of this round coming up on your screen now. Formerly known as the Wheeler Island, it is an island off the coast of Odisha. The Integrated Test Range Missile Testing. Go ahead, Samrit.
Kalam Island.
The Kalam Island or Dr. Abdul Kalam Island is absolutely right. The Wheeler Island was renamed after Dr. Abdul Kalam. Samrit getting another plus 50 on that. Okay, the final one from this round coming up on your screen now. Since 1990, it has been a regular medal event at the Asian Games. However, it received international exposure at the 1936 Berlin Olympics when it was demonstrated. It is believed to be inspired by the Mahabharata and featured on the temple walls. Identify this sport. Samrit, go ahead.
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi is absolutely right. Samrit getting a plus 50 on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through this quiz. I know you want to know the scores. Let's get to that right away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Samrit is not allowing anybody to press the buzzer here today. And he is running away with this quiz as of now with 400 points. Sabrish, Arnav and Ridanshu have to find the confidence in them to press that buzzer before Samrit does if they have to score in the semi-final. Samrit is doing very well. Let's see what happens. Let's move on to the next round of this quiz. She is inspiring. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the last semi-final of a class about Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz 2023 brought to you by the PSBB group of institutions. Well, you saw the status of the scoreboard right before this round. Let's see what happens. We are at the halfway mark. I wouldn't say Samrit is out of the woods because all the others are on nil, which means the moment they start gaining points, they can move into the positives and still give Samrit a run for his money. So let's see what happens. In this round, questions or images, keywords appearing on the screen with corresponding questions from me. 5 questions in all. Question number 1 appearing on your screen now. In which athletic event did Tajinder Pal Singh Toor? Go ahead, Samrit.
Shot put.
My complete question. In which athletic event did Tajinder Pal Singh Toor win gold medal in 2018 Jakarta and 2023 Hangzhou Asian Games? Shot put is absolutely right. Samrit getting another plus 50 on that one. Let's move on. The next question, question number 2 coming up on your screen now. Identify the social reformer who is considered to be India's first female teacher. Samrat, go ahead.
Savitri Bai Phule.
Savitri Bai Phule is absolutely right. Plus 50 to Samrat on that. Let's move on to question number 3. It's coming up on your screen now. What is unique about Flying Officer Nirmaljeet Singh Sekho? There is something unique about him, something to do with a great honor. Oh, time is up. No one going on the buzzer. It's the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be strict on the timing. They have about 5 seconds to press the buzzer, failing which we move on to the next question. The answer that I was looking for, he's the only member of the Indian Air Force to be honored with the Param Veer Chakra. I think there are about 21, if I'm not wrong, I'm not really sure about the exact number, who have been awarded the Param Veer Chakra, and only one is from the Air Force. All right, let's move on. Question number 4 coming up on your screen now. Connect all of them. Think of a sporting honor. A sporting honor, huge honor in our country. As an answer, Samrud, go ahead.
Arjuna Award.
Plus 50. Absolutely right. All of them are actually the winners of the Arjuna Award, and they are actually the winners of the inaugural Arjuna Award. Plus 50 on that to Samrud. The final question of this round coming up on your screen now. The Nobel Prize winners donate articles used by them in their prize-winning efforts to the Nobel Museum. Who donated his bicycle to the museum? Whatever article has helped them to win the Nobel, or basically go with that achievement, is what they donate. Go ahead, Samrat.
Amartya Sen.
Amartya Sen is absolutely right. Plus 50 on that to him. If you go back and see, check on Google, you'll find many images of Amartya Sen on the bicycle. Beautiful images. Ladies and gentlemen, we've completed this round of the semi-final. Let me tell you where all of them stand before we move on to the last round of this quiz. The score, Samrit is on 600 points. The rest of them are yet to score. Let's see what happens. The final round of this quiz, she is a class apart. Here we go. Nothing appearing on your screen. You'll get all your questions from me. So be very careful on when you choose to press the buzzer, because I'm the only one who can give you any clues. The scoring pattern and the buzzer rules do not change, and I have 5 questions in this round for you. Question number 1, here we go. Which former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh and former Union Minister of Defence was posthumously awarded Padma Vibhushan in 2023? Samrat, go ahead.
Rajnath Singh.
Minus 50. The right answer that I was looking for is Mulayam Singh Yadav. Mulayam Singh Yadav is what I was looking for. Let's move on. It doesn't make a difference to you in any way, Samrud. You should not be too worried about one negative there. I saw him getting stressed all over just for that one negative. Let's move on. Question number 2. Here we go. Which state capital city is served by the Raja Bhoj Airport? Raja Bhoj Airport. Oh, go ahead, Samrit.
Pradesh capital Bhopal.
Plus 50. Absolutely right. Bhopal is what I was looking for. In fact, there's a huge lake there. If I'm not wrong, it is named as Bhojtal. So the entire airport in Bhopal is named after Raja Bhoj. All right, let's move on. Question number 3. Here we go. Which day in April is celebrated as the National Maritime Day? National Maritime Day. Oh, time is up. No one going on the buzzer. Oh, Ridanshu, just when I said time is up, you can answer, but you won't get any points. I said time is up.
April 5th.
April 5th is indeed the right answer. I hope you had pressed the buzzer a little earlier. April 5th is what I was looking for. Let's move on. The penultimate question of the semi-final. Here we go. Which railway zone in India is headquartered in Malegaon, Guwahati? Maligaon Guwahati, I said. Samrat, go ahead.
Northeast.
Northeast frontier. Absolutely right. Plus 50 on that. The final question of this semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Who received the National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer at the 69th National Film Awards for his song in RRR? They won a lot of awards. Go ahead, Samrat.
Aman Kirani.
Repeat your answer, please.
Aman Kirani.
Minus 50 on that. The answer that I was looking for is Kala Bhairav. Kala Bhairava is what I was looking for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the final tally. Well, Samrat actually gained and lost. He took two negatives in between. That is why his score is back to 600 points. But nevertheless, with 600 points, Samrat from Sunbeam School, Varanasi, is winning this quiz, and he makes it to the national final of a class apart Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz 2023. I do believe that Sabrish, Ridanshu and Arnav did know a lot of answers. I've quizzed with them before. They're not new to quizzing at all. But sometimes you are in a group where someone is a little too faster than what you are. So practice usually helps. So if you keep quizzing, I'm sure they'll keep getting better at the sport. But for now, Samrat moving ahead into the national final of this quiz. You don't go anywhere. You have seen all the finalists of this quiz. It's time for us to move into that big national finale of a class apart Mrs. Ygp Memorial Quiz 2023. And we'll see who wins the title in this edition. We will see you at the national final of this quiz. Please be there.